Hello everyone. Now we are going to learn the next method, that is constant gross margin percentage NRV method. Now ये question मेरा बहुत ही favorite question है because of specifically this method, that is constant gross margin percentage NRV method. ये method जो है बहुत कम लोगों को समझ में आता है, बट आई मेक श्योर कि जब मैं ये पढ़ा रही हूँ तो आपको समझ में आए. इन केस आपको कोई भी डाउट है इस क्वेश्चन में, प्लीज़ कमेंट in the comment section and I will get back to you with the proper solution. Now this question is very interesting और हम इसको थोड़ा सा slowly करेंगे so that it goes, we are able to absorb the solution. Now ABC Limited operates a simple chemical process to convert a single material into three separate items referred to here as X, Y and Z. So we have three joint products X, Y and Z. All three end products are separated simultaneously at a single split off point. Product X and Y are ready for sale immediately upon split off without further processing. That means product X और Y को further processing की ज़रूरत नहीं है or any additional cost. Product Z, however, is processed further before being sold. Product Z को हम लोग further process करते हैं. There is no available market price for Z at the split off point. प्रोडक्ट Z को हमको फर्दर प्रोसेस करना ही पड़ेगा, उसका स्प्लिट ऑफ पॉइंट पे रेडी मार्केट नहीं है, वी कैन नॉट सेल इट एट द स्प्लिट ऑफ पॉइंट. द सेलिंग प्राइसेस quoted here are expected to remain the same in the coming year as well. During the year, the selling prices of the item and the total quantity sold were X 186 tons sold at rupees 1500 per ton, Y 527 tons sold at rupees 1125 per ton and Z 736 tons sold at rupees 750 per ton. So three items और उनका last year में हमने कितने units sell किए and at what price we have sold is given to us, and they are saying that in the coming year also more or less वो similar ही होगा. The total joint manufacturing cost for the year was 6,25,000. An additional 3,10,000 was spent to finish product Z. तो हमारा joint cost कितना है? हमारा joint cost है 6,25,000 and 3,10,000 is the further processing cost for product Z. There was no opening inventory of X, Y and Z. At the end of the year, the following inventories of complete units were on hand, that is X 180, Y 60 and Z 25. मतलब क्या है, हमको क्लोजिंग स्टॉक दिया है. ओपनिंग स्टॉक ऑफ फिनिश गुड्स 0, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक दिया हुआ है, सेल्स दिया हुआ है, तो हमको क्या मिलेगा? The fourth remaining item is the production. So we will easily get our units produced. There was no opening or closing WIP. So there is no chance of WIP anywhere. Compute the cost of inventory of XYZ for balance sheet purpose. Cost of inventory for balance sheet purpose. Now balance sheet में क्या आता है? कौन सा inventory आता है? The closing stock. So they want to know from us what is the value of the closing stock and the cost of goods sold. That means the units sold, जो हमने units sell कर दिए हैं, उसका cost क्या था? For income statement purpose, using the net realizable value, that is NRV method of joint cost allocation, and the second one is constant gross margin percentage NRV method of joint cost allocation. So I hope the question is clear. Now let us proceed with the solution. I have already created the format. This is our format. And I am going to shift the question to the let us start. Our first point, before we start, we first have to calculate our units produced. So we are going to calculate units produced. I will call it as A. Now, for units produced, we start with our sale units. Sale units given to us as 186 tons, 527 tons and 736 tons. Total column, please mat bhuliega, this is very important. Add our closing stock given to us as 180 tons, 60 tons and 25 tons, a total of 265 tons. Less opening stock कुछ भी नहीं है, 0. So we get our units produced, that is sale units plus closing minus opening, that is 366, 587 and 761, giving us a total of 1714 units. Now I will number this as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's go ahead. Now we are starting with our first method, that is net estimated, net realizable value method. That is our NRV method. Now, one question to you guys is, what is the NRV method? We start with sales, right? So I am going to write here sales. Now you tell me, should I take the total sales of the actual sale units, that is 186, 527 and 736, or should I take the sale value of 366, 587 and 761, that is our units produced? The answer is, we have to take the sales of units produced. मैम क्यों लेना पड़ेगा हमको units produced? क्योंकि हमको NRV किसका चाहिए, हमको units produced का चाहिए. हम ये जो joint cost है of 625, ये हम किस पे distribute करेंगे? Will we distribute it only to the units which are sold or to the units which we have produced? We are going to distribute this cost. ये cost क्यों लगा है हमारा? 6,25,000 क्या है? Manufacturing cost है. हमने मैन्युफैक्चर कितने यूनिट्स किए हैं? ये यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस्ड. तो अगर हमने मैन्युफैक्चर इतने यूनिट्स किए और हमको कॉस्ट इतने यूनिट्स पे डालना है, तो हमको एनआरवी भी इतने पूरे यूनिट्स का निकालना पड़ेगा. और जब हमको एनआरवी इतने यूनिट्स का निकालना पड़ेगा, तो मुझे सेल ऑफ यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस्ड जो है वो लेना पड़ेगा. सो दैट वुड बी, आई वुड से सेलिंग प्राइस पर यूनिट इनटू A4. Can I say that? A4 में मेरा units produced है. So units produced into the selling price of 1500. Then this into selling price of 1125. And the third one is 750. So 761 into 750, giving us a total value of 17,80,125. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now I have the sale price of units sold less profit. Do we have the profit given in the question? Let's ignore it. Next is selling and distribution overheads. Do we have selling and distribution overheads? No. So we have to ignore that also. Next is further processing cost. We have further processing cost for product Z. So that is equal to 3,10,000. And for these two it would be 0. So a total of 3,10,000. So what we get is our estimated net realizable value, that is equal to 549 minus 0, and here 570, 750 minus 310, giving us a total of 14,70,125. 5. Now, this is my net realizable value and I will distribute my cost on this basis. Joint cost apportionment on the basis of point B dot 3. Now, on the basis of point B dot 3, our total joint cost is 6,25,000 into 5,49,000 divided by 14,70,125. Similarly for others as well, and if you see, our total is 6,25,000. Now you tell me, was the question of joint cost apportionment? क्वेश्चन ने कहीं पूछा है कि आप जॉइंट कॉस्ट अपोर्शन करो? नहीं पूछा है, राइट? क्वेश्चन ने क्या पूछा है? क्वेश्चन ने पूछा है कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री एंड कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स एंड कॉस्ट ऑफ आवर गुड्स सोल्ड. तो फिर मैम हमने जॉइंट कॉस्ट अपोर्शन क्यों किया? क्योंकि हमको टोटल कॉस्ट चाहिए. आई नीड द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्स वाई एंड जी. और टोटल कॉस्ट कैसे मिलेगा? आर जॉइंट कॉस्ट अपोर्शनड प्लस द फर्दर प्रोसेसिंग cost. So my next point here is total cost, and total cost is nothing but B dot 2 plus B dot 4, joint cost plus the further processing cost, this plus this, and I get a total of 9,35,000. देखो 3,10,000 का फर्दर प्रोसेसिंग और जॉइंट कॉस्ट का ये टोटल हमारा 9,35,000 है, जो हमारा टोटल कॉस्ट टोटल कॉस्ट जो हमने एक्स वाई और जी में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ एनआरवी. नाउ नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट. क्या करें अब आगे हम? देखो हमको क्या निकालना है? कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री फॉर बैलेंस शीट पर्पस. बैलेंस शीट में कौन सा इन्वेंट्री जाता है? क्लोजिंग स्टॉक जाता है. So I need to calculate the value of closing stock. I already know the closing stock in units, that is in tons. If I multiply it with the per ton cost, don't you think I will get my closing stock? Yes. Similarly, cost of goods sold. Goods sold 186, 527 और 736 है, ये मुझे पता है. This is in quantity. If I multiply it with the cost per ton, I will get my cost of goods sold. Easy. So next what I'm going to calculate is cost per ton. How will I get my cost per ton? Cost per ton would be nothing but the total cost divided by units produced. Total cost है मेरा B.5 और ये cost क्या है? Cost लगा है units produce करने में, so A.4. I can also write down this as total cost of production. So the per unit cost would be this divided by the units produced, that is 637, 478, 553. This is my cost per ton. Now next I am going to calculate the value. So I am going to calculate the cost of inventory for balance sheet purpose. That would be my closing stock inventory A.2 into B.6, that is cost per ton. So that would be closing stock into the cost per ton. This is my value which will go in the balance sheet. Now next is now cost of goods sold. Now goods sold कहाँ है? A.1 में into cost क्या है उनका? B.6. So that would be cost per ton into my sale units, that is 118. Similarly for others as well, and I get the total of this. अब इन दोनों को ऐड करके देखो, यहाँ पे कितना है? 9,35,000. That is my total cost distributed between these units. इसको हम एक सुंदर सा कलर दे देते हैं. to identify our answers. हमने क्या किया, हमारे पास दो टाइप के यूनिट्स थे. वी हैड द यूनिट सोल्ड एंड द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. हमने टोटल कॉस्ट क्या है मेरा, जॉइंट कॉस्ट एंड फर्दर प्रोसेसिंग कॉस्ट, उसको हमने यूनिट्स के बीच में डिवाइड कर दिया. एंड वी नो द यूनिट्स विच आर सोल्ड, their cost will go to our income statement, so that would be cost of goods sold, and the unit which is my closing stock will go to balance sheet. तो मैंने balance sheet के लिए अपना closing stock का value निकाल दिया. This is our solution under estimated NRV. Now let us go to the next part, that is our constant gross margin NRV method. Constant gross margin percentage NRV method. Now let us break the words. ये बोल रहा है constant gross margin percentage. What is constant gross margin percentage? Constant gross margin percentage मतलब all the units of X, Y, Z, that means the total units that I have, 1714 units, each unit when I am selling, I should get one gross profit, and that gross profit percentage should be same for all the units. मैं अगर X का यूनिट सेल करूं या फिर मैं Y का सेल करूं या Z का सेल करूं, हर यूनिट पे मेरा जो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट सेम नहीं, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मार्जिन परसेंटेज जो है वो मेरा सेम होना चाहिए. नाउ इफ द परसेंटेज इज सेम पर यूनिट, डू यू अग्री, it will be equal to the company's gross profit margin percentage. जो परसेंटेज कंपनी का होगा ग्रॉस मार्जिन परसेंटेज, वही हम अगर पर यूनिट पे अप्लाई करेंगे तो वी विल गेट आवर सोल्यूशन. सो फॉर दैट माय फर्स्ट वर्किंग नोट वुड बी to calculate, that is calculation of company's gross margin. Now I am going to write sale of units produced, correct? Now units produced का मेरा selling price क्या है, 17,80,125. मैम फिर से आपने units produced क्यों ले लिया? यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस इसलिए लिया क्योंकि जो मैंने टोटल कॉस्ट लगाया है 935, वो कौन से यूनिट्स के लिए लगाया है, फॉर यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस्ड. तो मुझे सेल वैल्यू भी उसका ही लेना पड़ेगा. व्हेन आई एम डिडक्टिंग हियर टोटल कॉस्ट फ्रॉम माय सेल्स, ऑब्वियसली टोटल कॉस्ट कौन सा है, टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है. आई डोंट नो हाउ मच इज द कॉस्ट फॉर कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड सोल्ड एंड फॉर द यूनिट्स विच आर सोल्ड एंड फॉर माई क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. वो तो मुझे निकालना है अभी, राइट? तो जब मैं टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ 9,35,000 माइनस कर रही हूँ, किस में से माइनस करूँगी, द सेलिंग प्राइस ऑफ द टोटल यूनिट्स, दैट इज 17,80,125. तो मेरा ग्रॉस मार्जिन क्या होगा इन दिस केस, द ग्रॉस मार्जिन वुड बी 8,45,125. तो मैम ग्रॉस मार्जिन परसेंटेज क्या होगा, ग्रॉस मार्जिन परसेंटेज का अपना फॉर्मूला क्या है, GP by sales into 100. So that is equal to GP divided by sale into 100, that is equal to 47.4756%. This is my gross or the constant gross margin जो मुझे constant रखना है for each unit of all the products. Correct? चलो अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now let me again take the sale of units sold here. That is equal to, I am taking the values also down, that is here. Now this is my sale of units sold, correct? Do we already know the gross profit margin? Yes, our gross profit margin is 47.4756. तो अगर मैं इस सेल वैल्यू से इतना ग्रॉस मार्जिन निकाल दूं, तो क्या बचेगा? कॉस्ट बचेगा. तो लेट मी रिमूव द profit from here, gross profit at 47.4756 percentage, that is from working note 1. So this into 47.4756%, this, if I do this, I will get this value. Now, if from the sales I remove gross profit, तो क्या बचेगा? Cost. So this is nothing but total cost. अब देखते हैं total cost. Did we get 9,35,000? Yes, we got 9,35,000 और 9,35,000 क्या है? मेरा टोटल कॉस्ट है. क्या हुआ? 9,35,000 ऑटोमेटिकली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया, टेकिंग अ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मार्जिन. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट ऑब्वियसली मैंने जब 47 निकाला है तो व्हेन आई गो बैक 845 125 ही मेरा प्रॉफिट आएगा, टोटल प्रॉफिट, एंड आई विल गेट दी कॉस्ट ऑफ 9,35,000 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड बिटवीन x, y and z. Next, now out of total cost, if I remove my further processing cost, क्या बचेगा? Joint cost. Joint cost automatically apportion हो जाएगा. So less the further processing cost, इसका 0, here also 0, here 3,10,000. So what I get is joint cost apportioned. Now what has happened? Because our total cost, if we want a constant gross margin of 47.4756, then product Z will not be able to, I'm so sorry. Product Z will not be able to bear its own further processing cost also. मतलब क्या है कि they should not go for further processing here, but if they are going for further processing, क्या होगा? ये अपना खुद का कॉस्ट बेयर नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो जॉइंट कॉस्ट तो इनमें अपोर्शन होगा ही, प्लस even this cost got apportioned between x and y. See, we have got our answer as 6,25,000. Our joint cost is automatically apportioned on the basis of constant gross margin percentage NRV method. Now, ये joint cost तो apportion हो गया, but as I said earlier, this question is not about joint cost apportionment. This question is for calculating the value of our closing stock and cost of goods sold. So next what we are going to do, we are going to follow the same thing that we had done up, that is we are going to calculate the total cost. And here our total cost would be our, okay, total cost we already have here, right? The total cost we have already calculated by minusing our gross profit. So can I calculate the cost per ton here? Cost per ton would be C3 divided by, now this cost is the cost of manufacturing, so divided by A4. So that would be this minus the units produced, this divided by the units produced. So we got the answer as 787.866, 590.8995 and 393. ये मेरा cost per ton है. Now again same thing, I am going to calculate the cost of inventory for balance sheet purpose and cost of goods sold. Now cost of inventory for balance sheet purpose, A2, that is my closing stock, into, this time it would be C6. So that would be closing stock into the cost per ton and our total value. Similarly, it would be cost of goods sold would be sale units into the cost per ton, and our value will be, इसको हम C6 करते हैं, and if you see the total is 9,34,999, that is because of the rounding of difference, but 9,35,000 our cost is distributed. Our total cost is distributed. We know what is the cost that has to be sent to balance sheet and the cost that needs to be sent to our income statement. Now this is our constant gross margin method. Ma'am, can you show us if the gross margin percentage for the units is same? Yes, I can show it to you. Let us see here. Let us calculate the gross margin. Now D, gross margin calculation under NRV method and constant gross margin NRV method. Now real gross margin, how do we calculate? We calculate it on the basis of our units sold. So sales for units sold would be our units sold, that is 186 into the rate is 1500. Similarly here it is 527 into 1125, and here it is 736 into 750. So this is our total sale value, that is 14,23,875. So next is, we have got our sales less our cost of goods sold, NRV. What is our cost of goods sold? We have already calculated here. This is our cost of goods sold. So what we get is gross margin under NRV. That would be sales minus, यहाँ पे हम एक्चुअल ग्रॉस मार्जिन निकाल के दिखा रही हूँ मैं आपको. ग्रॉस मार्जिन किस पे निकलता है? सेल फॉर द यूनिट सोल्ड. 186 यूनिट सेल हुए थे. एट व्हाट प्राइस? 1500. सो मैंने लिया 186 इंटू 1500. 186 into 1500. Similarly these units and minus मैंने जो cost of goods sold जो हमने निकाला है under NRV, and we have got our gross margin as this, and our gross margin percentage is this divided by our sales, our gross margin divided by sales, that is 57. यहाँ पे this is our percentage. Let me convert this into percentage. Right. Now coming to our NRV, our sale of units sold, I am taking it here, less cost of goods sold under which method? Under constant gross margin percentage NRV method would be, we have calculated it as 145, and similarly 311,404 and 289,934. This is our total cost. What we get is gross profit. The gross profit is sale units minus the cost, that is, this is our gross profit, and let us see our gross profit percentage. That would be gross profit divided by sales. Can you see the percentage here? It is 47.4756, that is equal to our percentage. So this is your constant gross margin percentage NRV method. Do let me know how you like the video, and in case you have any doubts, please come back to me. I would love to solve your doubts. Thank you.